Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial by Shayna's Home DIY and Crafts. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the easiest and one of the best and more accurate way of making a bow for all the people who can't make a bow. Okay, this is the season we all want to make a bow for a Christmas tree topping, for our presents, for whatever there is, and a lot of us struggle. Now, I have a lot more tutorial on this channel how I make a bow that I've done a few years ago, so I'm not going to go through all that. This is a different way of making a bow. Okay, so here I am. I have my I clean up my little console table and I have my artwork here, and all I'm doing, I have these ribbons. If you're interested in know where I got these ribbons for, I got them from Michael's. They had buy one get four free, and it was 80 foot a piece, a roll. Okay, so I did that because I do a lot of wreath making and I like to make bows, so you can't beat that. So I'm using my hot glue gun, and believe it or not, this hot glue gun is old. You guys probably don't see these anymore. I know nowadays they have all these modern ones. I have bigger ones, but I just love this one. It's just small and handy and easy to move around. It's like my favorite. I think my hands like kind of like glued to it now after this, all using it all this time. So what I did, I put my frame down and I hold one part of my bow, and I'm just gonna glue that from one end of the frame. Now I'm going to flip the frame, and then I'm going to pull the ribbon across. And this is a big canvas. It's a big old canvas that I had. I haven't, last year I moved this canvas and put up like a Christmas wall art. And then before that, after that, I had like a mirror there. So I kind of like said this year I'm going to make this, I'm going to put this old picture frame that I have there, wall art that I had there, I don't know, I had this there. I changed things around, so I decided I'm going to make a bow on it and change things up this year. All right, so as you guys seen, I flip over the canvas and I am wrapping the other end to the canvas right there. And once I get to the end, I'm just going to hot glue that. Now you don't have to wrap your ribbon all the way around, but if you have ribbon to waste, then go for it. I don't have ribbon to waste. I have a little bit of ribbon, and this is why I'm going to show you guys. This is what this video is about, to let you guys know if you don't have enough ribbon, you can still accumulate or I don't know, you can still achieve, oh, there is a word, you can still achieve a bow. Okay, so now I'm going to use my scissors. I'm just going to cut that excess off because we're being stingy here with this ribbon because we don't have a lot. Now, in order to get a nice fluffy bow, you want to make sure when you're choosing your ribbon, you choose the ribbon that has the wire in it. Okay, wire ribbon. This way you could style it and puff it as you want. If you get the ones that don't have wire in it, it's gonna flop down like dog ear. It's like the one that we used to wear when we were kids. You know, the little one. So all I'm showing you here, guys, is that they cheat me. The company cheated Michaels, and also cheated the customer because the ribbon, they didn't have enough. It was about to finish, and what they did, they cut another piece and glue it to it. Who does that? Now, if I was a regular crazy person, I would have just contacted the manufacturer and they would probably send me a new roll of ribbon. I don't have time for that, but believe it or not, there are people out there that are like that. I personally know somebody who will do that. Call the manufacturer and take a bunch of pictures and send it to them. And they use fabric glue. Whatever glue they used to glue it on, it wasn't even hard to take it apart. So I don't think it's fabric glue. But who does that? Come on, it would have been better off if you just short me that couple inches of ribbon and then glue that on. Because imagine you're making something. Like, come on now. They need to stop. So anyways, so I'm just using a hot glue gun again, and all I'm doing is the same thing that I've done to the other side, I'm doing it. And as I pull my ribbon down, I'm trying to make sure it's all straightened out and pull it tightly. But don't pull it like you're playing tag and war where it's going to fall off. Remember, we just use hot glue to hold it. Hot glue is not strong adhesive. It's just something to hold something for a little bit. And it can hold it for a long time if you don't damage it, okay? Or if you take care of it and be gentle with it. So that's all I'm doing. I pull it and pull it where it's tight enough, but not tight where I'm pulling it off from the other end. So once I pull that and I have everything straightened out and I feel like it looks okay, like I'm making a cross, because remember, like if you're wrapping a gift, because this is what we're doing. We're wrapping this canvas like it's a gift. Then I'm going to use my hot glue gun again, and I'm just going to glue that together. Now you can also use tape if you don't have a hot glue gun. Guys, you could use a stapler to do this, or you could use painter's tape to tape the back part. It's not going to go nowhere. Painter's tape is the real deal. Or duct tape. It's not going to go anywhere. And for the bow, I don't know how you put that on. You could probably use painter's tape too. But if you don't have a glue gun, then don't worry. But glue gun are super cheap. I remember the days when it used to cost a lot of money to buy a glue gun. Now, glue gun are like, you probably get this glue gun in my hand for $1 nowadays. I swear to God. Because it's so old. It's like a really old glue gun. I have this for years. I'm surprised it's still working. I love that thing right there. It's very small. I take it wherever I'm going with me. And don't ask me why I don't take tags off stuff. I don't know why. Am I the only one who don't take tags off of things? Type me a comment in the comment section and let me know. All right. So now that I have my first part of the wrap, like I'm making a gift or a cross, I'm just lining up the frame with the wall and the console table. And I love this table. This thing, I found it on the marketplace a couple years ago. It's a hutch, and I redid it. And when I was moving, I kind of like throw it out, and then one of my neighbor took the top part. Then I'm like, you know what? This is my hard work. It's coming with me, and I know it's outdated versus the rest of my house, but you know what? It's the strongest goddamn thing in the house. These new things that you buy nowadays, they ain't good. That's the strongest piece of furniture in the house. I mean, minus my old bed and stuff, but this thing ain't good. And the bed that I just built, oh yeah, they're strong. And my table that I built, anything that I built is strong. But these little furniture, they ain't good. Anyways, let's get back to the bowl. So, all I'm showing you, you're gonna fold your bowl. Just watch what I'm doing and don't listen to me. I fold the bowl. So this is an easy way of making a bowl that's not gonna look like just a ribbon. You'd fold it like that. But look in my hand. I have very limited amount of ribbon leave over. So I'm gonna show you how to make a bowl with limited amount of ribbon. That's what the purpose here and the goal is. But anyhow, I'm showing you how, you see how I fold that and squeeze the middle? If I had enough ribbon, I could keep going and make a big puffy bowl, but that's it. I don't have any more ribbon. That's it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm like, oh, that's it. So what I decided to do is I'm going to fold the bowl and measure it and make sure it's equal parts of making 2 pieces of folding. See how I'm doing that? 2 pieces of folding. So once I got that part, I'm going to cut that off, okay? So I cut that off. Once I cut it off, I'm just going to go ahead and measure on the other small piece of ribbon that I have to leave to make sure it's the same length as the first piece I just cut. Okay. And there you go. I cut it. Now, remember, you can also make your bowl this way because this is like the easiest way if you ask me to make a bowl. Even if you have enough ribbon, but this is just easier way. People struggle with making bows. Okay, guys, I know that. I used to struggle too. So anyhow, or anywho's. Somebody don't like when I say that, but I'm smiling while saying that. So just imagine what my face looks like when I smile, because you know what it looks like. Okay, so what I did is I used my hot glue gun and I just kind of joined it together. See, I'm showing you, and I'm kind of like doing like the wheel and the bus go run around just to keep it straightened, okay, to get all the bend out, because remember, it's wire ribbon. Then I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other piece of the ribbon that I cut. We're going to hot glue it on. We're going to take the next end and we're going to put it right on it. And we're going to, don't burn yourself now, because, ooh, child, I didn't burn myself. So take it easy. It's hot. I think I have metal hand. At this point in life, my hands are like rock. But don't do what Shayna does and say, Shayna, do it. Remember, my hands are used to this. Don't take your nice, delicate hands and do all of that stuff, because my hand is metal and yours is plastic, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure we have the same amount of puff on each side. I'm just going to use my finger and I'm going to squeeze that middle piece in. Now I'm going to be using some floral wire. You could use piping. You could use floral wire. You could also use your hot glue gun. You could use string. Do whatever makes you happy. But I'm going to use some floral wire because I have a bunch of floral wire and it's smaller than piping. So we don't have to have that big old bulky thing underneath it, okay? Or you could use, if you're going to use a hot glue gun, you could just literally glue that together. Squeeze it and glue it together, but don't burn yourself, okay? Dollar Tree sell those little thumb things that you could put on your finger, those rubber things, so it could prevent you from getting burned from the hot glue. Yeah. So I'm doing the same thing to the other piece of ribbon. Now I'm going to take it, I'm going to make like a kiss cross, like a cross, just like that. Then I'm going to use my floral ribbon. So if you notice for the second piece, I did not put any floral wire, sorry. because I'm gonna wrap that around. Now, if you have skills, I'm doing this to show you guys. If you have skills and you're okay with it, you don't have to wrap one piece first and then wrap the other. But I'm doing this to show you guys because this is the easiest way, and I don't want you guys to get frustrated. Now, if I was just doing this for myself only, I would have just freaking squeezed them together and just wrap them, and life is good. But I want to show you how easy it is. Now, if you don't have floral wire, don't go buy none. But again, it's only $1 at the Dollar Tree. You could even use a piece of tape and wrap that together. Nobody will know if you wrap it tight enough. Okay, so here we are. We're wrapping the floral wire, and once we wrap that floral wire and it's tight enough, then I'm just puffing out my little bow, and you see it already start looking like a bow. See, just like that. So now this little peeny piece that leave over, I'm going to use it to make a little puff in the middle to take my bow up to another level. You see what I mean? Just like that. You see that? So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to glue right across both ends, and I'm going to stick it together just like I did to make the other part of the bow. Just like that. How easy is this, guys? Don't stress yourself. Or if it's easier for you, just go on up to Walmart and get a bow for 98 cents. It's not going to look as fancy as this one, I tell you, but you'll have a bow. But a lot of people try to make these type of bow that I'm making to put on top of a gift because it's a little different. It's not the regular bow like how we tie your hair, a bow that you would put in your hair. Okay, those, you have different type of bows. Okay, so now that I have that little piece just like that, I am going to put a piece of floral wire in between. You see what I did? Put the floral wire in between, and I'm wiring that around this way it don't move. Okay, you don't have to take that extra step, but guess what? I'm going to be using this bow next year again, and when I take it off this canvas, I don't want it to fall apart because it's hot glue, so it may come apart. So once I wire that piece, after I hot glue it, I'm going to put an excessive amount of hot glue in those two pieces that I've done before, and I'm just going to put that little piece right in the center, okay? And there it is. Look, woohoo! We have a bow. Partial bow, because we got to make the tail part of it now. But you see how easy that was? So even if you have enough ribbon and you can't make a bow, I personally feel like this is the easiest way to make a bow, because a lot of people try to fold it, and when they fold it, they don't know what part else to go with, and the other part they get confused. I've watched my friend. I'm telling her how to do it, and I'm watching her, and she folded and got confused with the folding, even though I'm in front of her showing her how to do it. So if you cut pieces and do them piece by piece, then you can't get confused, okay? So now we have two little small peeny deeny piece sleeve back, and we're going to use that to make like the little tail of the ribbon. So what I'm doing, I'm folding the end, I'm folding both ends to meet each other. Then I'm going to use my scissors, and I'm going to cut it diagonal. Diagonal. Yeah, I can't talk. So now once I'm done with that, I'm going to put a small amount of hot glue on the back of that, and then I'm just going to glue it to the ribbon, not the canvas, because I don't want my canvas to get damaged, because after the holidays, we're not going to have a bow on this canvas, okay? All right. So then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. We're going to make a ducktail. We're going to fold that. So it's up to you. You don't have to do your tail like this. There's many different ways of doing it. You could just make a one slant cut and life is good. But I want it to look a little fancy, like it's an expensive bow. So I give it a little ducktail there. So now again, a little bit of hot glue, and I'm going to paste that on or stick that on to the ribbon, because again, like I said before, I don't want my canvas to get damaged. And look at that. We put that there, and voila, you have a bow. It's that easy. What do they call it? Easy squeezy, lemon peasy, something like that. Right. So now I'm going to put some hot glue on the back of the bow, and I'm just going to stick it right in the center of where my cross come across, if that makes sense. Right in the center of where the boat ribbon comes across each other. So now all I'm doing, I'm just pumping it up and puffing it up and make it look nice. Just like when you go to the hairdresser and they do your little curls and they puff it up. You know those little curls? Yeah, just like that. You know what I'm saying? You get them little curls. Yeah, if for my black woman, y'all know what I'm saying. And I'm pretty sure other culture who goes to the hairdresser to do other stuff to their hair know what I'm saying. So now we're puffing that up, and look at it, just like that. We have a big present bow. How easy that was, guys. How easy. Now it's the same technique if you're trying to wrap a present. So tell me, go ahead and type in the comment section if this wasn't one of the easiest, and I'm doing this in real time, so it really took me literally less than 15 minutes to make a bow. Okay, all right, if it's your first time here, my name is Shayna. On this channel I do a lot of home DIY projects and different type of crafting. If it's not your first time here, welcome back, and thank you guys so much for your continuous love and support. I couldn't have done it so far without you guys, so big up on yourself. So if you want to see, these are little Dollar Tree mini trees that I purchased years ago when I just started YouTube. So maybe 4 years ago. And I flocked them. So I have a whole video on my channel how I use flocking powder to flock these mini Christmas tree from the Dollar Tree. And the fact that Shayna is fully unpacked and moved into her home this summer, I could find all my stuff that I already had. So I'm using them because I can find them. Last year I couldn't find anything. I had to purchase a few things, and it hurts my feeling because I'm finding everything, and I hate to spend money that's unnecessary. So here I am. I have this little box that has some flour in it, and I'm gonna pick those flowers out because I'm not using these this year. And this is old too. I don't know where I got this from, but it's so old. You can tell it's old. So all I'm doing, I'm picking out the greenery and the picks and all the flour out of the box. And what I'm going to do once I'm done, I'm going to be taking my Dollar Tree flock tree, and I'm going to leave the floral foam that's inside of this box. We're not going to take that out. We're just taking out the picks, greenery and stuff. We're knocking that off because there was some glitter there, honey. So then I'm going to place it over on the console table. And then I'm going to take my two little beanie Christmas tree from the Dollar Tree. That time when I purchased these 3 years ago, they were $1. Now they're $1.25. Come on now. So we need to change the Dollar Tree to a $1.25 store. So now I stuck one of my little Christmas tree in there, and I tell you, then I'm taking the other one. I pulled the bottom piece off, and I'm gonna stuck it right in that. So now all I'm trying to do is build like a little Christmas, like I don't know, like a Christmas tree forest area here. So then now that I'm done, I don't like how that top piece looks, so I'm folding it that down so it doesn't look long and skinny. You know, skinny, it just look like a little turkey or turtle pushing the neck out. So I fold that down so now it looks like an actual tree. You see that? You see the big difference? So sometimes we just gotta look at things and just play around with it. So you see how I fluff them out and they look all nice? Now I did not like that piece of burlap that's around the wooden box. So I went ahead and I'm gonna rip that piece of burlap off. Now, if you want to take this up to the next step or to the next level, you could go ahead and write fresh cut Christmas tree and all that nonsense. I could do all that stuff. If I want to, I have Cricut plus I have stencils. I can write it on with a freaking Sharpie pen or whatever, or something, or cut out something. But you know, I don't have time for that. So I'm just giving you ideas. If you want, you could leave the burlap on if you have something like this, or if you're going to build a little box. You don't have to build this thing. You could go on up to the Dollar Tree and they sell small crates. At the Dollar Tree, you can get two of those small crates and join them together and you'll have a box. If you're trying to copy this idea with the Dollar Tree and some flocking and put it in a box like this, just use those small little crate at the Dollar Tree. You'd have to get two though and glue them together and then put the two tree in it like that, and then you'll have a perfect little Christmas tree forest. So now I pick off I took off the burlap because I didn't like it. So that's what it looks like, and it's coming along nicely. And I tell you, this looks so much nicer in person than it's looking on the camera. For some reason, these videos, I don't know how these people who make these videos, guys, get them looking so nice. Because I feel like I suck at it, but I know somebody's gonna say you don't. But you know what I'm saying? You know, some people, I think because they're using a camera and I'm using my phone. But I don't got money to buy a camera. Until you guys start watching these videos enough and sharing them enough and I start making enough money on YouTube, then I'll invest in a camera. I can't invest in a camera when I ain't making money, you know. You gotta put in to get. So you gotta give me too YouTube so I can get. But until I start making enough money where because you guys gotta watch the videos and share it out. So I could get a nice camera so you can see how the video actually looks. So here I am. I have this tree. Another little Christmas tree. I got this cute few years ago at the Hobby Lobby after Christmas. You know how they have all these things on sale after the holidays. So I got a couple of these trees from Hobby Lobby. I got a few from Target, Dollar Spot. Man, things in time change. Everything is so expensive. And I think, you know what's funny? Because I never take the price tag off my stuff. I'm looking at the prices of these things and look at it now. I'm like, holy moly. Like yesterday, I went up to my sister and she was decorating her Christmas tree and she was putting up some ornaments. She got a whole pack of ornaments that she had got from the at-home store. And she put her stuff back in the package when she takes her tree down. And her package was saying for her thick old snowflakes, $2.99. And I said to her, can you believe this? You'll never go into the store and see these ornaments for $2.99. And I tell you, it's not even like these ornaments are outdated. They're still selling them. And they're not $2.99 anymore. They're $5.99 and more. Isn't that something? Couple years later, I know somebody's gonna say, but it's only $5. But for me, in Jamaica, we say every mickle make a muckle. So meaning, you know what that means? Every mickle make a muckle mean every cents count. Okay, because you have to start from a cent to get to $1, right? We don't start counting from $1. You start from a cent and count your way up to get to $1. And we leave from $1 and we count our way up to $2. And that's how we keep counting until we get up to a million, and from a million to a billion, and to this and trillion. So that's why we say every mickle make a muckle. And everything that I'm using on this console table, sideboard, whatever this old antique bottom of the hutch is, it's old. Like that little church again, I think I got it from at home after the holiday, not at home, Hobby Lobby after the holidays. You gotta get and they're still selling these things for a lot of money. I got it for like 80% off after the holidays. So here I have a few little Christmas houses. I have a few little houses, and I'm kind of confused where to put it. So guys, when you're doing your decoration, play around with it and see where things work. Don't get fooled by a lot of these videos that you see. People edit videos and take things out, and they make it look so easy. Don't overwork yourself. Don't stress yourself. Don't kill yourself. God bless the few people, including myself, who shows the struggle and shows how real it is. But a lot of people take out stuff. We edit these videos, so we cut out stuff. We cut out the struggle. And when you look at it, it looks so easy. This I'm showing you right here is real time. I put stuff, I look at it, and I say, I don't like how that look. I move it. You see, I'm confused. I look like confused Nelly, moving things around until I feel like it's in the right spot that I think it looks good. Then I'll keep it there. If you guys notice, I had some nutcrackers I had up there earlier because I felt like the red would look good, of course, because the bow is red. But they just didn't fit in. And I did those. Those were DIY. I didn't make them, but I painted and stained them for last year. Because my old neighbor, y'all know I always big up my old neighbor. If you're not near, she found them for me. She always be finding stuff for me, honey. But anywho, so that's what I'm doing. Moving around. And those are the angels. Believe it or not, I got them at the thrift store. I got those angels at the thrift store for $4.95 years ago. And I still have the white tags on them. I'm pretty sure those are really expensive. So here we are. We light up the tree. We're putting some candy here. We're lighting up. And unfortunately, you can't see the beauty of the light up because I don't know what I'm doing. But with all that have been said, if you make it this far throughout this video, you are the real deal. I hope you found this video helpful. And just please like, share, and comment. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave, because I appreciate you guys. And that helps YouTube to send out my video more. So now with all that been said, just remember that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Until next time, be blessed and bye for now.